see that when I'm centering, see that my right arm here is resting on the splash pan. It's quite steady and firmly, finding support, and then I'm pushing my clay into the center. Use my right hand to support it. And I got my clay centered. And now I'm opening the hole. And when you are opening the hole, make sure you have the support. So I usually rest my hand, especially my right hand, right here on the side, and then use my thumb to dig a small hole in the middle. And then I'm continuing digging deeper right here using my left hand, because since I'm going to pour up with my left hand inside, so I might as well use my left hand to dig. If you find that your right hand is more stronger than your left hand, you can use the right hand. But the important thing is, while you are digging, you don't want to dig from the side. You want to go from the center, the middle. You dig all the way. And when you're pushing it in, make sure the right hand is supporting both ends, kind of compressing the wall, so that when you are opening, you don't lose your center. If you use a hand like this, it's kind of loose and without any support. So the basic idea is finding support of your hand. It doesn't matter if you use the right hand or left hand to dig in. So you are going to dig all the way until the right thickness. I would say that about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch, depending on how thick you want your bottom to be. And once you reach that, and then you can slowly but very steady moving your fingers so that you compress a flat floor on the bottom. And since my clay, now I'm finished opening up my hole. Now I'm ready to push it up. But since this amount of clay is quite thick, so I'm kind of getting the wall a push. Okay, push. Use my right hand and the fingers inside. Both is holding the clay. And slowly squeezing the clay up so that my wall is becoming a bit thinner. And after I do my initial squeeze it, I usually like to color in my clay to make the cylinder a bit narrower. And make sure when you are moving your hand, you see that when I'm moving my hand, it's very slow motion. Slow but very steady. And then I continue to remove the slip of my fingers and then put it back on the surface of the clay to get it nice and slippery. now I'm ready to lift it up higher. Again, put the slip back to work, coated it on the surface. And also on the inside of the clay, inside of the wall. And again, I want to color in a bit so that the cylinder is narrower. Slip back to work. Anyway, so this is the cotton tube that I wrapped with newspaper, and then now I'm going to drop it in my cylinder. So when you throw the cylinder, the size of the cylinder should be similar to a little bit larger but not too big to the copper tube, so that when you put it in, it's almost fitting. That way when you compress, you don't need to compress too much of the clay. So I drop it in, and now like I say that I need to have some slip outside, because I already used the wooden rib to remove the slip. But still, I need to compress it. I need to color in so that the cylinder is fitting tightly, fitting tight onto the tube, because we're going to use the tube to support it inside. And you want to squeeze from the bottom so that you don't trap air bubble in the middle. now my clay is fitting tight onto the cardboard tube, and now I'm ready to smooth the throwing mark. So first I use the wooden grip to remove my throwing mark, also to remove a bit of the slip. Because when we roll, if you have too much slip on the outside, it will affect your texture. And then I'm using the metal rig to remove more of the slip. So now I'm ready to roll the texture onto the surface. With one hand holding on the top to support it, so that it's not, when I push, it's not going to tip over. So I'm rolling it all the way up. Maybe I will leave about 1 inch, inch and a half on the top, so that later on I could close it, or I can make it, I pull it up a little bit taller. If you are worried about the surface sticky, you can put it in the powder. Starch or baby powder, so that the clay so I roll the whole circle. Right now I'm ready to adjust it so that it's in the center. Okay, so now I'm ready to pour out the cardboard. It's getting tight. Easier to pull out. Okay, finally I got it pulled out. Then I roll the newspaper, try to lift. Newspaper is out. There's some water on the inside. Ready to stretch from the inside button and slowly move my hand. So this time I will not touch on the outside, just stretch from the inside. I slowly expand it little by little. And now I want to make sure the rim is still strong enough. Like I said, I leave about 1.5 to 2 inches on the top, and also I leave the rim a bit thicker, so later on if I want to close it, I could do that too. So the bottom form its shape. Now I'm ready to close. Before I do that, there's still some slip water on the inside of the bottom. I remove it. Rim is a little bit uneven, so I'm going to trim it off. Okay, so the whole bottle is finished. To recap what I have done, first I use about 6.5 to 7 pounds of porcelain, and then I throw a straight cylinder, and then the cylinder size is similar to this copper tube, so so that I can insert my tube inside the cylinder. So when I'm pushing, squeezing, press the texture, I will have a deeper texture on the surface of the cylinder. Okay, and the tip of using this is you need to have a newspaper to wrap around the tube, so that when you pull out the tube, it's slippery. Your tube is not going to stick onto the clay. So I have a little bit trouble pulling it out because I am fitting my clay quite tight. So my suggestion is, next time if I'm doing it, I might use 2 layers of newspapers, so that I will have easier. It will be easier for me to pull it out if I have a 2 layer of a newspaper. Okay. After I pull out of the cylinder, the cardboard tube, I very carefully and slowly stretch from the inside. Start from the bottom and then gradually move up. And you can see that I spend quite some time on expanding the foam. Make sure the foam looks nice before I close it. And there's a little bit of, you see the line here a little bit wider. That's because when I am rolling, I didn't roll it at a very nice distance. So there's a gap a little bit larger than the other. Okay, so next time I will roll it a little bit closer so that I don't have too much of a gap in here. Some of the spot here is a little bit wider. This part here looks nice, and I pay attention to every step that I close it to the rim, to the top, to make sure that every step is well processed. So overall, the whole piece looks nice. And after that, I could remove it from my bed. People ask me sometimes why you throw it right on the wheelhead. Of course, if I want to make something that that is large and that is wide, you need to have a bed underneath, so that it's easier for you to remove it, so you can get to use the wheel again. Alright, thanks for watching.